England, now. England was cold, with its constant dampness and drizzle, its standoffishness and class-conscious snobbery, its frozen traditions. Even as those disparaging thoughts went through his mind, another rose up right behind them. It's time to go home. He tried at once to dismiss the notion. He still had work to do here in Africa. He was in Africa, wasn't he? That pang of uncertainty impelled him to open his eyes and lift his head. The moment he did, everything spun violently, and he thought he might be sick. He squeezed his eyes shut until the nausea passed, and when he opened them again, he saw things that were blessedly familiar. A canvas roof and walls, his battered ebony trunk desk, piles of skins, his rolled maps shoved in a basket, his black leather traveling trunk, things that had comprised the elements of his home for half a decade. Inhaling deeply, he caught the sense of sweat and the savannah, and he felt a rush of relief that reason had not utterly deserted him. Two men with skin of coffee black stood by the entrance to his tent. Two others knelt on either side of his cot, still mumbling that infernal chant, but there was no sign of Jones. Where the hell was Jones? One of the men kneeling beside him reached out to press a hand against his chest, urging him to lie down. Too weak to resist, he sank back onto the cot and closed his eyes. But when he did, he saw the girl again. Her green eyes glittered like peridot jewels as they looked into his, and her bright hair seemed to glow with incandescent fire beneath the gaslights of the ballroom. Ballroom? He must be dreaming, for it had been years since he'd last been in a ballroom. And yet he knew the girl. Her face again receded, and checkerboards took her place in his mind, checkerboards of pale green fields and golden meadows, their squares framed by darker green hedgerows. These were Margrave lands, and they spread out before him as far as his eyes could see. He tried to turn his back on them, but when he did, he saw the wash, and beyond it, the sea. The scent of the savannah was gone now, replaced by one of green turf and meadowsweet, of peaty fires and roast goose. It's time to go home. That thought came again, bringing with it an inevitability that overrode the chanting in his ears. The fields, the hedgerows, the ocean, the eyes of that girl, all the images in his mind melted together into a brilliant viridian carpet, then faded, not receding into a mist, but falling away beneath him like a fissure opening in the earth, and then he saw nothing. All around him was the blankness of a void, and he felt a throb of fear, the same sensation that raised the hairs on his neck sometimes when he was in the bush. Danger, he knew, was very close at hand. Suddenly, the chanting stopped. Voices flowed over him in rapid bursts, anxious and fretful voices, speaking in Kikuyu. But though he was fluent in most Bantu dialects, including this one, he could not seem to comprehend what they were saying. The voices rose to a higher, almost frantic pitch, and suddenly he felt his body being lifted from the cot. The movement sent a fresh wave of pain through his already aching bones. He cried out, yet no sound came from his ravaged throat. They were moving him now, carrying him somewhere. The pain was excruciating, particularly in his thigh, and he felt as if his bones would snap like sticks at any moment. It seemed an eternity before they stopped. Dry grass rustled beneath him as he was laid down, and then he heard the rasp of metal cutting through turf and dirt.